I'm cold. I am cold. All right. Let's go live here. the, the cold, tired. I'm just everything right now, but I do appreciate anybody that shows up today. You know, let's just talk cryptocurrency, man. That's what we're here to do. Let me put on this thing right here. You know what? I'll wait for some people to get in here and warm this up a bit. I'm gonna put it on mute so that I have the heater warm the inside the blanket up, and then I'll be good for the next 30 minutes. We're only gonna be on here until about 8 o'clock, so that's just what we're dealing with. I had to help with some stuff, so I'll wait for some people to get in here. But let me warm up this blanket a little bit. All right, that should be good. Feels pretty warm in here. The legs are still cold, but the upper body is what matters. Um, it's just always freezing down in the basement because it's like the heat rises, you know. Um, why is Harper crying upstairs? Good morning. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Swamp Donkey Crypto. Um, good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't know if we're on subscribers only, but maybe, maybe not. Juan, good morning. ETH 2021, good morning. More CRO partnerships and collabs. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of stuff come from CRO and seeing what they are doing. Whether it's with Amazon or whether it's with Samsung Galaxy, right? You're looking at some sort of partnership or change up or integration, and it's just looking really really good for CRO and crypto.com in general. So um, I'm I'm very happy about that. Obviously, as a CRO holder, as someone that believes in this position, that talks about this position quite a bit, I want to see them succeed. And I think really where they succeed is a lot of the areas, the outside areas that they're adding in for some form of utility or just standard partnership and functionality, right? So um, it should be great. And then obviously we're gonna see the price movement because of it. Yo, how are you doing, Kai? OGDTP. Thank you for showing up. How's the potty training going? It's going really, really well. Thank you for asking. Hayden was using the little penguin potty for a while. Um, and I got her started with the penguin potty yesterday in the actual bathroom instead of being in a comfortable area like the playroom. We moved her into the bathroom. She peed in the penguin potty twice. Then we moved her to the big toilet, into which she peed 5 times, 4 times um, in there. And this is the second day with dry underwear. Now, I did make the mistake in not putting a diaper on her while she slept. Um, I made that mistake. And I was like, this is a bold move. It's a bold move, Cotton. Um, so I didn't mean to do it, and I don't think she was ready for it, and you could tell she wasn't ready for it. So we had to wash everything. But that kind of was upsetting to her because she wanted to keep the same underwear on, and she was excited to wear Minion underwear, and it was just yeah, it was a little bit difficult realizing that I made that mistake, but she's doing a really really good job. Still no number twos on the toilet, but I mean, as far as like holding it and going, she's doing a good job. So I'm proud of her. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that. That's what makes this different than like any other community. You guys are, I share things with you guys, not absolutely everything, but I share things with you guys, and then um, you ask questions about what's going on, and it makes me feel like you actually care about the things outside of just crypto, which I care a lot about crypto, and that's what we're here for, and that's what most people that come in here that are blind. They're like, oh, Bitcoin to $100,000, and they come in here and I'm talking about potty training. They're like, well, what is going on? But that's what makes this community such a great community. I ask questions about what's going on with you guys, and you ask questions about what's going on with me. Um, and we also talk about cryptocurrency in the process. So that's what makes it a family. So I appreciate you guys. What's up, bro? Crypto Kingdom from South Africa. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Do you have like content on YouTube, or is it like do you have um, something somewhere else like Twitter or or what? Morning, Matt. Uh, Gracias for everything. No problem. No problem. Thank you for being here. Um, um, Tuning in from Liverpool, England. I appreciate it. It's insane to me. Like I say it every time, but it is insane to me to think that if I go somewhere, I may know some people. Now, I haven't run into many people that I know or that know me from YouTube lately. Uh, Before it was more around the a lot of the Shiba Inu content that was being created, or not Terra Luna Classic. AMC content that I was creating, and you had a lot more um, views that were going through, maybe like 10,000 views per video, sometimes 30,000, sometimes 40,000. Like, you're seeing some pretty big numbers, and people know you. And even as I walk through my own city, it's like people didn't know that I live in this city. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to me to see that, but I haven't ran into many people lately. Also, I don't really go anywhere because potty training is inside the house, not outside. Um, heck yeah, man, potty training takes time, but that's a great one step at a time. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I realized that we were trying to, just jump right to it. Um, my idea was to bring the penguin potty um, into the bathroom and let her get used to using it in that location. Um, but for some reason, I tried to jump the gun, and after she peed in that potty one time, just jump right on the big potty. But I was like, no, that's not what I should be doing. I should be, taking my time. Every child learns at their own speed. So if she feels like she's not getting it yet, then go back a little bit, backtrack just a little bit, and take your time. Where she feels like she's successful, you want to make sure you keep up the positivity. And now look at her. She's going on the. She went on the regular toilet, like I said, like 4 times. So um, I'm happy for her, and I'm proud of her because you care about us. Thank you for saying that, Alexander. Good morning, Vietnam. I have I have twins. Both girls. It's getting time to do the same thing with them. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I took a week off, which I didn't have the luxury to do with Harper. Um, but I feel like it's going well. I just don't know how it's going to go with daycare. And we're still paying for daycare even though she's not there, which does suck. But I'd rather get through potty training than have to go through, a year plus of her not understanding and getting kind of mixed signals from daycare and from us. So we just wanted to take that week. And if we have to take two, we'll take two. But I really don't want to take two. I'd rather just do one. My kids are obsessed with Blippi. So are mine. Honestly, that's crazy that you say that because we just bought her the Blippi like coloring pages that they have at Target, um, and they're fighting over it. So I was like, I probably should have bought two of them, even though they only had one. If they only have one, don't buy one. Do you like Garrett Soloway's opinion on crypto? I haven't looked at it. I'll have to take a look. Remind me in a little bit. I've learned so much from you, Matt. Thank you. And thanks to you, I feel like I have goals and exit plans for a comfortable future. Yes, I care about you and your life. I appreciate you saying that. And that's really my goal, is to kind of maybe change some people's mindset to understand that even though they may feel confused going into a crypto market or going into the stock market or going into investing in general, you have to understand that you can learn this stuff just like everybody else learned this stuff. It doesn't take rocket science, or you have to learn rocket science in order to figure this stuff out. Like, you figure out one thing at a time. Whatever you feel comfortable with, investing, you take one step at a time, just like anything that you are doing. It may seem overwhelming when people come at you and they go, all right, well, the blockchain this, and this many blocks and all of this other stuff, integration and everything here, and you're like, what are you talking about? Like, just take it one word by one word, or find somebody that can break it down in a more simple manner. Because some people just get overly aggressive and make themselves trying to sound smart. Um, because they read all of these words that are in articles. And honestly, it's not about that. Yes, you want to know a lot of these keywords and terms, but you want to learn them at your own pace. Don't sit here and just try and learn all of them at once, like you're just reading the dictionary. So you're doing a good job. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for, your appreciation. And we're Blippy. Glad they're out of that stage. I guess. I can't wait for that to be over. Matt, any thoughts on Soul? Do you like the upside? Do you think it's a safe project long term? Absolutely. Solana is definitely a safe project long term. Um, you see the strength just looking at the investor side of it, because that's typically where we look at it. Sol is definitely a great project. We see the amount of movement that goes into this, the amount of volume that goes into this. You're almost seeing billions of dollars that are going into this per day. You're looking at 774 you know 774 747. Why I'm dyslexic, I guess. 748 million dollars in volume, up 93%. We're not seeing a crazy amount of supply that's out there. We understand what this can be and what it was. I do believe that this has a lot of potential long term. I guess it all depends how, because they always say that the top 10 changes. And, seeing Solana that's in the top 10, it's like, will we see anything, come up out of nowhere and be more valuable than this project? And it's possible, right? But this is also ranked 10th with stable coins involved in the top 10 as well. So I do think Solana has a lot of potential to grow. I do think that has a lot of volume, and it really hovers right now in the crypto market around what the volume is. So I'm very bullish on Solana. I did buy Solana before. I haven't purchased it. I was going to purchase it at a lower point. It was at like $11, at which I talked about it on my Patreon. Some people bought it. Some people made some money out of it, all the way up to like $25. And it was great to be able to see them, make a decent amount of money out of a project, especially while things didn't really look very bullish for a long time. But Solana grew by, 100+%. So it felt really good to see a lot of people have success, even though I didn't make that investment, because I was probably one day away from making that investment. I ended up investing into another play because Solana did run literally a day after I talked about it. And it wasn't because of me, I don't think, but it was just kind of a coincidence that they ended up making that move kind of a day. And then the whole week it was making pretty positive moves. Um, Guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. We have 26 likes, 89 people. We're only going to be here for 20 more minutes, so I do appreciate you guys even just being here. We will have some videos posted later today, but it's definitely going to be difficult to get to that. We will try with everything. Let me put a poll out here really quick. Let's see. CRO is on the move. I haven't seen what CRO is doing today, if it's doing anything right now. But it is up another 2%. We're seeing this at a high of about 8 cents and a low of basically about 7 cents. So we're finding new levels, new highs to, or new support levels to stay strong at, right? We've seen so much from Kronos, so much, so many positive things that are going into this, so much volume that's going into this. I'm so hyped for what Kronos will be, and how strong this will be. Like I said in my video, I feel as though people are underestimating the amount of strength that Kronos has, and the amount of growth potential that it does have with such little volume compared to the rest of the market. So when we do see that major volume that flows into it, look out. Um, I mean, daycares here are great. If you're trying at home, they will do everything they can. So yeah, I don't want to sit here and talk down my daycare, but they don't seem to do a great job with like asking Hayden or getting Hayden on the potty. Um, and that's because they can't tell a child to do something that they don't want to do. Can't force a child to do that. And I'm like, if I'm telling you to put her on the bathroom, whether she's crying or not, um, put her in the bathroom. That's like if I'm giving you the information to do so, I'm not saying that you have to like yell at her or anything like that. I'm saying if she obviously she's a kid that's not going to want to go to the bathroom, but you have to have a process to where you take kids to the bathroom. Now I'm teaching her not to cry going to the bathroom, that it's a good thing and everything, but um, it's always a problem because it interrupts. Like if she's watching, let's say, a movie, interrupting that movie to go to the bathroom is always more of a process than if we're like playing. Like if we're playing like dolls or whatever, we seem to play dolls every day. If we're playing dolls, then it will be an easier process to go to the bathroom. If we're watching a movie, it's a more difficult process, and she wants to cry because she wants to finish the movie. And I'm like, I know what you mean. I want to finish a story. I hate cutting off a story in the middle of it, and I have to finish it. So I know what she means, but we're getting through it, and I hope that I can communicate this to the daycare when I take her back, um, of everything that we've done. I don't know if they're allowed to, give her a sticker in any way. I don't know. I don't know what they're allowed to do. Um, but with Harper, it was a very difficult process because the daycare was just like they did not do the best job in taking her there. And eh, I would say it's understandable, but it's not. Like we're paying a lot of money to go there, and you would expect them to, adhere to what your rules are in any way. Same thing with exchanges, right? You would hope that if you have a chain, right? You have a coin, and the chain is basically trying to create a burn tax. You would hope that exchanges would also create the burn tax, would also implement the burn tax, because the chain is looking to do that. If the community is saying we want to implement a burn tax, why would the exchange not do that? Why would they not adhere to not only on chain activity, but also off chain activity? That should be the standard, right? if a project wants to do this, it takes away from the project's success if an exchange doesn't want to implement a tax for that position. Um, they should adhere to what the project wants. We shouldn't adhere to what the exchange wants. Does that make sense? So I feel like this has to be a turning point. We should be kind of forcing this down their throat a little bit, saying, hey, not saying that you guys are doing your job wrong, but if the chain wants to do it a certain way, the reason why they feel like they are success or people want to invest into them is because of everything that they are doing on chain. So off chain, it should be the same damn thing, right? It's as simple as that. It should be. I managed to accumulate 100,000 CRO. Glad I listened to you. I appreciate, you saying that, but it's not about just listening to me. It's about taking what I'm saying as a second opinion, or a third opinion, or maybe that major opinion that you need. But I would say the ultimate decision is on you. And, you may say, I'm glad I listened to you, but you're the one that chose to make the leap based on what you saw. So don't basically say that it's I'm the reason why you may be making money. I may be a piece of that, but ultimately pulling the trigger is the most difficult part, right? Buying the position is the most difficult part. Now, after making that purchase, selling it is probably the most difficult part of investing overall, because you can buy a position and people will feel great about investing. Like, yeah, I'm finally doing it. I'm making money here. But are you? Because you haven't sold anything and you haven't profited off of anything. Now, I'm not saying that you physically go and profit right now. If you want to, if that's part of your strategy, then do it. But you need to find a level where you are, selling the position, and having a solid exit strategy, because most people don't have that. um, one of the most, like I said, one of the most difficult things getting started is actually buying positions, finding the positions to buy. And I think the hardest thing overall with investing is selling the position, for a lot of people. Because, like I said, people will feel successful, they'll see the gains, but they don't technically see the realized gains, and they don't understand the difference between that. But then when things start to go south, they're like, ah, man, I should have sold at that point. It's like, that's the hardest part of investing, knowing when you are at a peak point, knowing when you're at a high, and being able to capitalize on that. Is there a confirmed percentage lockup for Jasmine in the fourth quarter, and or is it still estimate? From what I understand, there was an estimate, but I keep hearing 70%. I haven't seen, and 70% is a lot, but I haven't seen physical numbers from the Jasmine group, right? Um, but I keep hearing 70%. I don't think that's going to be the case. If it is, that'll be freaking phenomenal. But right now, I'm still looking at like estimates, and just the idea of any type of lockup is obviously a positive thing. Garrett thinks the crypto market will crash if Bitcoin doesn't go over 30,000 support level. Um, Understand that, yes, a lot of things are about the chart, and most people are looking into previous history, as levels of whether this is going to absolutely run or not. But honestly, I think there's so much more that goes into it. We've seen a major crash not because of how the chart is moving, not because of what everybody, and their mom tried to predict about the fact that, oh, the market looks too bullish and we're going to see a bearish market. It's going to come all the way down to a major support level of this level. People were saying it would break $10,000 and all of this stuff, and it's because of what the chart shows, right? But understand that the reason why the crash got so major was because of all of these other factors, that came into play, right? Bankruptcies, right? You had Voyager, you had BlockFi, you had FTX was the largest one. You had Terra Luna Classic that did come down and brought everything down with it. All of these things contributed to a major fall of the market, and it wasn't just because of the market movement or how normal things function. This was abnormal. This was something that wasn't, or shouldn't have been done the way that it was done. And you're seeing, FTX is doing illegal stuff. That's not part of the standard chart movement while they're doing all of this stuff with your money. Um, so it's an outside factor, and I think outside factors are going to have more of an impact than people think. So while we have, this battle of whether things are unregistered securities or not, and we find a way to diminish that, whether it comes in the form of settlements or a major win for Ripple, this could be absolutely massive for the crypto market. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin's at 25,000 or 30,000 at that time, things are going to absolutely skyrocket. The fact that we have inflation data and we see 9 straight months of decreased inflation. If we see 10 straight months of decreased inflation, this could be even bigger. Now, what could be the biggest out of that is if we see 12 straight months of decreased inflation and we are back to normal. That would be something that is absolutely crazy. If we see no interest rate hikes, that could be something that increases the market. There's so many different factors outside of it that can impact the market in a positive way, and it's not just about the standard chart movement. So I understand how Bitcoin, we can look at this and we can go, all right, well, the chart says this based on history and everything. And yes, history does dictate what the future will bring. But I can honestly say that there was a lot of people, or maybe 90% of people didn't predict that crypto or Bitcoin would get to the place that it got to. They had hopes, but they didn't think that Bitcoin would get to the place that it got to, let alone double down on that and get to an even higher point, while altcoins in the market don't really have as much of a movement on that second push. So either way, I understand where they're coming from. They're trying to create some sort of prediction, but it's not 100% predictable, especially with all the variables that we have in the market. Will you buy Blaze pre-sale? It's a Shiba burn token created by Crypto King. No. No, I'm not. I'm not saying like I don't want to support Shiba Inu burn at all. Um, I'll just say no. Um, if you feel as though it's a great investment for you, if you feel as though it's gonna be absolutely massive, then make that investment. Um, I'm I'm not buying that. That's just me, my opinion. Um, it is safe to keep your crypto in an exchange. I appreciate you asking, though. Um, yeah. Is it safe to keep your crypto in an exchange? Is it safe? It's the safest to keep your crypto in, a wallet, in a ledger. However, those still have their risks as well. As you have investments there in some of these places, I mean, as long as you keep your seed phrase, safe, your private key safe, you should be fine. You don't have to really deal with that, or you don't click on any weird links that people send you to where they can get access to your computer and access to your phone. And that's even worse because then they can get all your passwords to everything, not only just your seed phrase and your and access to your crypto. But you always play some sort of a risk, right? With exchanges, I would imagine eventually they're going to be uh, they're going to have some sort of insurance behind it, right? If the overall exchange collapses, this is what you get, and there should be insurance no matter what, based on the reserves, right? You should be able to own your crypto or be paid back your crypto if worse comes to worst. Like they're not going to use your crypto, and we should be able to read into that. And I think Coinbase, Binance, CRO or Crypto.com do a great job of showing what those reserves are. So as of, um, I guess whenever the crash happened of FTX and a little bit after that, we've seen a lot of people or a lot of exchanges come out with their reserves and where they stand with them. So it's definitely safer than it was before to be in cryptocurrency or to be in cryptocurrency exchanges. Um, but it's still not 100% safe. Understand that you don't own it physically. If you have it in a wallet or in a ledger, you own that crypto. Um, but you don't if it's on exchanges. Now, I have majority of my crypto assets on exchanges, so that just tells you how much I believe in some exchanges. And Coinbase is the largest one. Crypto.com is the next one, um, and then KuCoin I have a little bit over there. So um, they're not horrible. but know that you still don't own the crypto. Only click weird links to corn sites. Corn. You only click weird links on those sites. Yeah. Now, if somebody sends you a message on WhatsApp or Twitter or Discord group or whatever that says that there's somebody and they have a link, don't click on that link. Like, I reach out to people on Discord, but I'm still trying to find if somebody is hidden in my Discord. Um, versus the other like free Discord that I had, which was the Shiba Inu one. Um, but I want to see if anybody's hidden there because somebody said that there was somebody hidden, which not a good situation. Hi Matt, unstaking CRO takes 28 days. Are you concerned if we have a huge move in the bull market and can't sell in time? No. The reason why I'm not concerned with a position like that and the reason why I'm doing something that I don't normally do, which is stake all of my CRO, is because it's more of a process that when CRO gets to these higher levels, it holds at these higher levels, right? When you see, let's say, a popular position that's very popular, that people are like, hey, we're going to sell at this price, this price, this price. You don't really see that with CRO. You see the idea that it can go to higher prices and higher prices where people are like, this can go to $2, $3, $5, $10. $100. It can get to a $200 billion market cap. So you have kind of that endless ceiling, which makes it more interesting and more of a position that you can hold, right? We know that majority of the people that are holding this position are holding and staking the position. It's not something that I worry about for CRO because I feel as though it's in the same conversation with the consistent and consistent movers and the, I don't know what other word I'm looking for, and the more comfortable movement, the more ETF like movement, right? Where you know that it's going to hold at some of these levels, you know that it's going to be up there. Now, will I be able to, if we see it up to 50 cents, will I be able to sell very, very quickly? No, because I'm not looking to sell at 50 cents. If it gets to $1, will I be able to sell very, very quickly? No, because I'm not looking to sell at $1. Now, as we see it get to the level past $1, yes, I will undelegate some. And unstaking some of the position doesn't mean that I'm going to sell it right away. I'm just getting prepared. Jeez, I knew I was going to sneeze like 10 seconds ago, and I was just trying to stop it. And I'm just trying to prepare for where I will, sell some of it, right? And it's not even where I'm going to sell all of it; it's where I'm going to sell some. So maybe it's $1.50, maybe it's $1.80. But the point is that I know it's going to hold at some of these levels because it is a consistent mover. It is a strong position that's going to hold a lot of value because it has a future in the form of use case. So thank you for saying bless you. I love corn. Yes. The corn is great. I just had corn the other day, and I'm talking about actual corn. I put it in the um we had the frozen one, which I don't know why this one was like super sweet. It was amazing. But we usually get like the corn on the cob and then shuck the corn and put that in. I love cooking, by the way. Um, but yeah, we went with the frozen ones because times it's just quicker and yeah. Maybe we should freeze our own corn. Are you into Pepe? No, I'm not. I didn't buy into it. Thanks, Matt. Always appreciate your insights. Well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. I don't like Crypto King. He always clickbaits as well as uh a moon boy. Yeah, I mean that's people's opinion. I mean, I haven't watched one of his videos in a very, very, very long time. Um, but it's always people's opinion. I don't like to talk down on people, but I think that's just giving your opinion. So that's fine with me. If people are like, oh, he's a horrible person and stuff like that, like that's something I don't like. I don't like when people attack somebody else when somebody's live. And I think everybody here is very respectful. Um, even if they don't physically like somebody, they're still respectful and give their opinion as to why they don't watch their content or something. And I appreciate that about you guys. I just can't sit down uh and eat. I can a can of corn. Yep, corn in a cup. You guys are ridiculous. All right, guys. I have to get out of here. I would answer your question, but turtleneck sweater. If you want to check out my other CRO videos, feel free to check that out. I have a lot of them. And to tell you why I'm bullish on them, especially the ones as of late. But guys, if you could hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I told you it would only be a short stream today. Um, but yeah, applesauce. But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Patreon if you guys are interested in following me on my platforms. Feel free to do that. And if you guys want to check out some of the links down below, you can definitely check out those links. But I'm going to get out of here. DJ Trev, it's great to see you here. Good morning, and sorry that I'm leaving as soon as you're getting in here. But I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.